Another good week of practice. I was pleased with the way people adapted to the scheduling changes. I believe our guys are anxious to play. We're going to talk more about the challenge ahead with Washington State right now, but looking forward to Saturday night and anxious to play an inspired game and get our second win in the conference and see if we can't fight our way into this conference race. Absolutely, absolutely, and expect him to be available in the Arizona game.
You know, obviously, a lot of people put a lot of stock into how many points a team scores, and they say, well, it's a huge blowout. The teams that Washington State have beaten are not very good. Is that, do you convey to your players that you can't look at them as this world beater, or is it the opposite?
I think it's important to concentrate on your level of play. Concentrate on what we can do. You know, we squandered some scoring opportunities this last weekend. One on a fourth down, first and goal opportunity in the first drive that didn't result in points. One on a fumbled punt that cost us a drive that was going to begin at the 50-yard line. One on downs. We got down in their end of the field and didn't convert on third or fourth down. So those are, and yet we still scored 3 touchdowns. So there was an opportunity to score 5, maybe 6. To get where we want to go, we have to learn how to do that. Now, what keeps you from doing that are the little things that start to bog down offenses, and that's what we need to do. Now, defensively, we've got to figure out how to get people stopped. We are a good team when we can get people stopped on third down, and we've had lots of opportunities, and certainly we credit the opponent for being good enough to move the chains, but we've got to find ways to get off the field. And if we can get those 2 things accomplished, then we're going to be fine, because we certainly have enough explosiveness as an offense to score with these teams that we're going to be playing, and we certainly have the ability to control the clock with the teams that we're going to be able to play. And now defensively, we need to be able to handle the ability to get off the field. That's where it comes down to.
How much do you guys draw on last year's game for this game?
Well, I think it's a great barometer, and it certainly helps me as a head coach to make sure that my team is ready, because there was a team that hadn't had much success coming into our game. And yet there they were ahead 28-20, late in the game. So we're not going to overlook them. That won't be the problem. I hope there is no problem. I hope that we play our tails off and play inspired football as we did last week. I just hope it's cleaner, and I hope that the result is different.
That was Richard's first career start last year.
Yeah, and I thought he played well. You know, he didn't have a turnover. He was 12 of 23. Took what the defense gave him, and I think certainly he's improved a lot since that time, and hopefully he's poised for another big game from him.
Jamie Graham gets more speed. What are some things?
Well, he obviously adds quality depth to our secondary. He adds experience to our secondary. And it's hard to say experience when he's only been on this team for a brief time, but he's been in this defense. And he's also that kind of gregarious kid that's kind of made a bunch of friends so far. So it's easy to accept him into the brood, and I think he's a very popular guy, and I think he's going to have a huge impact in helping our defense.
Is he up to speed to play a lot?
Oh, no question, no question. That was not going to be, mentally at least, was not going to be a problem. Physically, we'll wait and see. I think he's ready to play what his role calls for, which is, somewhere between 20 and 30 plays.
Tony's been limited a lot of the year, and Jay Tony had the year that we thought Goku might be your 2 best defensive players. How much do you think that has changed the complexion of your defense?
Well, we're still not to the halfway point of the season, so I'm not ready to make summary statements. I just think that both are quality young men, both have played good football, and I think we're excited about them getting a chance to have their best part of the season be right now and beyond.
What did you make of the team getting together and talking about leadership and accountability and all that?
I think they understand that this team has the talent to be good. And I think they want to make sure that they're impressing it upon each other, not just hearing it from me or the position coaches. I took it as a positive sign. I don't feel any lack of dedication. I don't feel any lack of belief in what we're doing. I think we are on the verge of a breakthrough, and I'm hopeful it's Saturday night.
I know when you guys were inside the 5 at Stanford, you said maybe Richard should have kept the ball on one of those. How close is he to really grasping when he should give it and when he should keep it?
I think he gets better all the time, as anybody would. You know, it's not an offense that he grew up in, but you know he's handled it well. He's kept the turnover margin down, and I think that you know we're going to see him get better and better.
Given Kip status right now, are you kind of solidified with what you're going to do on Saturday, or is that kind of still?
Well, we're going to let Tyler have a shot, at least in the short stuff, and we'll see how it plays itself out. But it's a heck of a story now, from soccer manager to starting kicker. I mean, shoot, Rudy.
He didn't have to wash uniforms here, does he?
Huh?
He didn't have to wash the uniforms here too.
No. We've actually taken that load off of him. Yeah.
Have you got an idea what his range is at this point?
He could make it from 50, but I don't know that we'd ask him to go back that far.
How can you calm him down for this?
I think it'll be more me being calm than him. I think it's a great story. I think he's going to go in there and do fabulous.
Having made that decision, I mean, could you see sending him out there for a game winner if it comes down to that?
If it comes down to it, go make the kick, man. Every great movie needs a great ending, right? Let's create it.
So you wouldn't use Locke in a longer yardage situation?
Longer yardage situations, yes. Jeff has proven he's capable of doing that, and I don't lack confidence in Jeff. I'm just taking it off of him. I want him to go back to being the best punter in the country.
You got an idea where the demarcation point is?
In my mind, I think 40, but we'll see how things go.
Chris Ward, is that a multiple week thing at this point?
Well, my guess is he's getting better. The reports are that he's getting better, and given that we don't play next week, I'm expecting him, like Sheldon, to be available for Arizona.
You know, guys like that, how much of it is, if we don't necessarily need them against Washington State, you know, going to a bye week,
well,
can you not play that game right now?
You know, that's not the game. I mean, if he were available, he'd be ready to go. He'd be going. But you know, we got to trust the more learned people in such matters, and you know, but my guess is that with 12 days between this game and the next, that he'll be ready. Everybody good? All right, thanks.